Good day, everyone. You are welcome to this session. I'm super excited to have you this today. My name is Halima Salaudin, and I will be the facilitator for this training. The session we have today is Teach to Impact. So let me introduce myself. I am Halima Salaudin. I'm a seasoned educator. I'm a teacher's trainer. I'm a Montessori trainer. I'm also a parenting coach. I am the founder of Early Years Architects, where we where we train teachers and parents with the adequate knowledge that they need to be able to enhance the holistic growth of children so that children can grow up and reach their maximum potential. So today I'm going to be talking about teach to impact. However, before we start, I would like to tell you a little from my story. I never planned to be a teacher. It was by accident I became a teacher. I needed a job to keep me engaged and as well to be able to pay me some cash. So that was the reason I started teaching. And going to my first day of remembering my first day of in class, my first day in class was not pleasant at all. I didn't enjoy it. I started in the early years, the nursery section. My first day was the first day of school. So children were not, they were, it was very difficult for them to settle down. They were crying, lots of crying and throwing tantrums. It was so tedious. And by the time we finished the day's job, I was so exhausted. I was asking myself, do I think I can be able to do this job? But going forward, working with them can be very exciting. They are fascinating naturally, the way they behave, the way they relate with you. So I started developing passion for these children. So I was always looking for ways to help them to learn, ways to support their learning so that they will enjoy it and it will be easy for me. So I usually collaborate with my colleagues. I make my research online and I was getting along gradually. But there came an opportunity for me to study the Montessori method of teaching. So I signed up for a diploma course which is the Montessori method of teaching children. After after this course, when I concluded this course, I was able to realize that we need to learn about children to be able to support their growth, to be able to understand their needs. I realized that we do so many things that we think we are doing to help children. We are doing to help them learn. But we never knew that those things are obstruction in their growth, in their development, in their learning. Because we don't understand their needs, we are not able to meet up with it. So I discovered too, that was when I conceived the idea of starting the Early Years Architect, where we train teachers and parents on the best approach to nurture these precious pearls that our Creator has gifted us in a very holistic way so that they are able to manifest all those God given potentials within them. So that is a short story about me. So we are going to dive in right away now. The title of today's session is Teach to Impact. And I'll be starting with a scenario of two teachers. If you look at this picture, you'll see the picture of an unhappy teacher and a happy teacher. We want to compare them. An unhappy teacher is a teacher that is going through his or her own share of challenges in life. You have your personal problems, you have all those things you want to achieve that you're not able to achieve. But this particular person is not able to manage all those challenges such that it will not affect his work. So he comes to school not happy, dejected, you understand, gets into the classroom, is not able to communicate well with the children. The children are not well carried along. He just tries his best to do whatever he's able to do. He's down. He does not even have life in him, not to talk of bringing life to the classroom. So this person only manages through the day, pushes down, and when it is close of work, goes back home, even still sad and dejected. So the same thing continues to happen, and that is an unhappy teacher. So for a happy teacher comes to school. He also have his own share of life challenges in life, personal problems, personal issues. But this person rise above all the problems and does not let the problem weigh him down. In fact, on getting to the gate of the entrance of the school, this person, in his mind or in her mind, packs all the problem and crisis and issues he's going through in his life or her life, pack it inside a bag and drop it outside of the school compound, such that he comes inside the school with a very happy face, with joy written all over his face, greeting the children in a very friendly way and inviting way. You understand? So this is somebody that will come to the classroom with being very active, being able to relate well with children, being able to connect with them and teaching them with passion. So this person is able to achieve much with children, and at the close of work, when maybe probably when the person is going home, he remembers everything he has been going through and is able to be optimistic that things will get better. He tries to be happy for himself or herself. So this is a happy teacher. Well, after that, we'll be talking about this happy or unhappy teacher. It goes on like that for each of them every day, continuously like that. So, and it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. So now moving to the next slide, we'll be talking about the three categories of teacher. I categorize teacher into three categories. The first category is the teacher with conscience. This kind of teacher never chose to be a teacher, but he has to teach to earn a living. He needs money, he needs to earn a living. So that is why he was pushed into teaching, because teaching is the only readily available job. The person tries so hard because he wants to justify the money he's paid or she's paid. The person gets angry and irritated when children are not learning the way he expects. He's not so happy with them. You understand? He feels so bad that he is not doing well when children are not learning as he is expected. So he does things out of frustration. He makes sure he will want to try to make the children learn by force by fire. If it is by beating, if it is by slapping, you must know what I'm teaching you. And in his mind, he's trying his best to be able to make children learn, but he may be doing it in a wrong way. That's the first category of teacher. The second category is the teacher that has conscience. This teacher, no, the teacher without conscience. Now, I've talked about teacher that has conscience. But this second category is the one that does not have conscience. This teacher does not want to be a teacher, but because that is the only available job, he has to take it. He needs money. He's forced into teaching. He's not willing to spend any extra time or any extra effort on children that are not doing well. Do you understand? On no condition. He doesn't have time for that. He cares less about children that are not doing well. He doesn't give them that special attention. He loves the high flyers, those that the runners, those that learn very, very fast. He likes them or she likes them. But the ones that learn at a very slow pace, he leaves them unattended. He's not able to attend to their needs. So this kind of teacher doesn't know how to help children. You understand? Especially the ones that don't learn fast. He doesn't know how to help them. And he's not willing to learn how to help them. That's the worst part of it. So he has a lifeless classroom. This teacher has a lifeless classroom. So that is that about the teacher that does not have conscience. Moving to the next, the teacher that impacts now. Teacher that impacts. This is the real teacher. The teacher knows the why of her job. You understand? This kind of teacher is open to change and is ready to unlearn and relearn. The teacher is ready to unlearn and relearn if whatever he knows before, when the teacher hears that, oh, this is not the best method, this way is better, that person is ready to adjust. So that is the teacher that impacts. Teacher that impacts leverage on strong healthy relationship with children to impact them positively. Let me say that again. A teacher that impacts leverage on strong healthy relationship with children to impact them positively. Yes, he really wants their children, he really appreciates that connection, that strong bond between him or her with the children in her classroom. So he's very particular about that bond so that it is when they are connected that can be able to impact them. So this kind of teacher sees her job as a call. I'll talk more about teaching being a call as we progress. This kind of teacher is passionate about their job. He does his job passionately. Yeah, everybody has bad days. They also have the teachers that impact have bad days too, but they don't let it affect them. They always look at the bigger picture and the aim they want to achieve. So they are not discouraged. They are always working. They are always putting their best effort. So talking about these three categories of teacher, if you belong to the first category, I want to say that you have tried, you are putting effort, but you need to just get the tools that you need that will make you the best teacher you can be. That is what you need to get to do more. So if you belong to the first category, I want to still encourage you to put more effort, acquire more skills. You understand? Acquire knowledge that will make your job easier for you and you put more passion and everything will fall in place. For the second category of teacher, this is the person that does not deserve to be a teacher, especially if this person is not willing and is not ready to change. If the person is ready to change, then it's better. The person can start learning. But if the person is not ready to change, the person has to find some other means to to earn money. So it is better that kind of person resigns from teaching because we need teachers that are active. We need teachers that are dedicated. Those are the kind of teachers that we need. So talking about the third category, they are the teachers that impact. This is the best of all. Teacher that impact knows the why of their job. They are not just coming into teaching, or perhaps they joined teaching and they started learning on the profession and they started improving every day. That is the most important thing. They are open to change. Okay, I have talked about it that they are the best of the three categories. They know what they are doing and they know their target and they are always striking their target by all possible means. So if you fall in the third category, I congratulate you. Well done for the good job, and I'll still encourage you to continue to do more because you are working for humanity. So now talking about the teaching profession, what is teaching itself? What do we know? What can we define teaching as? Teaching is to impact so that the person you are impacting on becomes a better human being. That's just the summary. Teaching is for you to impact knowledge to make the person you are impacting on a better human being. Teaching is a vocation. What do I mean by teaching is a vocation? A vocation is a strong feeling of you feeling suitable for your job, for your career. So it will help you to be able to get out of your way against all odds. You understand? With dedication, you'll be able to perform your duties as expected. This is what will help you to persevere against any challenges you are going through as a teacher. If you take your job as a vocation, you are able to be persistent in navigating your challenges. When you accept teaching as your vocation, then you'll be able to identify your mission. And that is what leads us to the fact that teaching is a mission. You understand? You will be able to make have sacrifices involved in carrying out your mission now because you understand that this is a mission you have to accomplish. And when you see that you have a mission to accomplish, you will be able to put everything in place for you to get to that place you are going. Your mind is somewhere and you know that you must achieve that. Also, teaching is a call. And when I say teaching is a call, it is a call. When there is a call, there is a caller, there is a response, and there is a message. You understand? So that call is teaching itself. That message you are passing is teaching itself. The caller is your creator that's created all human beings. Is the one that is calling you upon this job. So teaching is not just a child's play. It is a call that you have decided to answer. So when you answer the call, you seek your gratification only from the person who has called you, who is God. So you will respond by teaching and impacting the message with which you are sent, which is the teaching. So you are impacting to make the society a better place to live. That is your job. You understand? We will say you are called because you chose to be an educator for a purpose and the mission must be accomplished. So that when your mission is accomplished, that is when you will know that you have served your purpose. You understand? And all of these things we are talking about are long life service. So once you say you are a teacher, you are bounded by all these conditions that you must take your teaching profession as your vocation. You must know that you have a mission to accomplish, which is to make the society a better place. And you should know that it is a call. You have answered to the call of your creator, who is the caller. So it has a lot when you say you are a teacher. You think about it, are you really in for teaching? Do you see yourself getting into teaching as a vocation? Do you see it as a call? You understand? Can you persevere when people, in fact, teaching is so tasking that apart from you are not being well paid, you will still have to sacrifice so many other things for you to be able to do your job very well. You need serious devotion. It requires a lot of sacrifices. So if you don't get all these things clearly, you will not be able to to sustain yourself. And also, teaching is not a lucrative profession. I have said it does not guarantee financial freedom. No. Instead, you have to invest a lot of your energy, your time, and resources. And it comes with a lot of disappointment. Maybe it is from the school does not appreciate me, and you are sometimes you feel very dejected. But when you remember where you are coming from and what your mission is, it strengthens you. So we must be an effective educator that will facilitate and impact knowledge and fundamental skills to make the children better individuals who have a strong desire. That's the point. We should train children that have strong desire to contribute to the betterment of the society in the future. So in summary, that is what we are doing. That is our aim. That is our core. So you remember that you can't be a teacher for life. You will leave the school you are teaching one day for one reason or another. What do you want the student to say about you when you leave? What do you want parents to say about you? What will you want your superior, your colleagues to say about you? So when most of us will do well if we put the end at mind. When the end is in our mind, when we are doing our job, then we'll do better. So why do we I've been saying talking about us doing very better, be the best, be dedicated, You understand? Impact knowledge with dedication, be well equipped. I've been talking about all of that. Why? The reason is that putting the end in the mind, we are looking forward to an environment where adults are responsible citizens of the country. We want adults in the future, we want adults that are law abiding and coexist peacefully. We want adults that are critical thinkers and problem solvers. We also want adults that contribute to the development of the society. We want adults who love themselves and believe in themselves to excel. Yes, that is what we want. This cannot be possible without the influence of a good intentional teacher. Because Maria Montessori said in one of her quotes that it is the child who makes a man. No man exists who was not made by the child he once was. That is one of the quote of Maria Montessori, the founder of the Montessori method of teaching. So whatever it is that force you into teaching profession, it should also force you to be the best for the children under your care. We need to start now if we really want to make the change, if we want to make the impact in the nearest future. The time to start is now. Moving to the next slide, we'll be talking about who are we going to be meeting on our way as an educator. Who are the people that we'll work with as an educator? We are going to work with the teacher. Who is the teacher? Ourselves, the teacher himself. And that is you. It is the teacher, I'm talking about you yourself. Yes, you need to look at yourself. Your cup must be full before you are able to pour out from it for another person. You need to take good care of yourself. Look at yourself. How is your health? How is your mental health? How is your physical health? How is your well-being, total well-being? It is very important. When you need to rest, you rest. It is good to eat healthy. We should eat fruits and vegetables, though we may not earn big money that will be able to provide all those things, but we can try as much as we should be conscious of what we eat. You understand? Let's eat healthy as much as we can. We should exercise regularly. It's good for our mental well-being. We should drink lots of water. That's very important. Teachers are always active. So we need to be well hydrated so that we are strong. So after talking about taking care of ourselves, we need to stand out and be unique. Yes, don't just be an ordinary teacher. You can only stand out when you act up and you take up challenges, when you solve problems. You understand? We may have the same certificate, but we know that there are some teachers that are different. Let them feel you when you are not around. That, if Mr. This or Mrs. This had been around today, this wouldn't have happened. Make sure you are solving problems. Make sure your impact is felt in the school environment. Not just that you come and teach it and every other thing is not your business. No, that is not how to be an impactful teacher. You need to stand out. You need to be extraordinary for you need to be extraordinary, as in you need to do more. Then apart from that, you need to be proud of your profession. Don't be don't be the you need to take pride in being a teacher. You understand? Work and raise up your heads and shoulders high that yes, I am a teacher. Have an attitude to love yourself and accept yourself the way you are. You understand? You need to be proud of who you are before you it will help you a lot in your performance. Then another thing is that you shouldn't take things personally. When there are issues, maybe with your colleagues, with a parent, with your senior, your supervisor, don't take it personally. You need to be positive. Have an open mind. When anything occurs, you make sure you address it. You need to take care of your emotional regulation skill so that when anything happens, you are able to be in control of your emotion and you don't overreact. It's very important because relationship helps in everything. Professionalism is another one. You need to be professional. You need to dress well and be comfortable in anything you wear. You are a model. The children are looking at you. You may not know. They want to do everything you do. So you have to watch out the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself. You understand? You need to dress neat, let your dressing be corporate as much as you can. I know we don't earn too much money, but at least we can, with the little we have, let's make sure we are well dressed, neat. You understand? It will even help your self confidence and esteem. So, then moving now, we'll move to mastery. Before I move to mastery, we need to follow the ethics and professional expectation of our school. You understand? Every school have their rules and regulation, vision and mission of the school. You need to be well acquainted with those rules and be ready to work along with it. You understand? So you should follow the ethics and professionalism. So talking about mastery, mastery is a mindset. If you have a mindset that you can master something and you can be perfect at it, you would be able to do it. So you need to have a positive mindset that you can achieve the best and you work towards it, not just having it in mind. You keep working towards it. So mastery is something you develop in your head. It starts from what you think about yourself. If you believe that you want to be outstanding, you can be outstanding. And growth is not something that you just sit down and it will come to you. It doesn't come by accident. Growth comes by when you put your mind that you watch your word, you watch your lifestyle. Growing is a lifelong process and you have to be willing to take it. You need to read, collaborate, search. Google is our friend now. There is no knowledge that you are looking for that you not get something on Google. So you need to be vast. Make research. Anything that will help you in your profession, seek for it. Whether it is a paid one, whether it is not a paid one, you need to strive for it. So mastery cannot be achieved without pain and dedication and perseverance. Our job is very tasking and we need to wake up to to what we are expected to do. It will not come easily, but when you try your best, you will achieve it. And mastery is something you continue to pursue in life. You can't say, I have gotten to this level, I want to relax, I'm not doing again. No. You will continue to seek for knowledge and always get better. And when you seek for knowledge, you are knowledgeable, you shouldn't be arrogant. It is not professional of a teacher or an educator to be arrogant. Don't say because you know more than your superior in a particular thing, you become arrogant. See your superior and your colleagues as a team. When you rise together. When you fall together. So when you see it as such, you will not be in unhealthy competition. Rather, you will work together and collaborate so that everybody will be successful. And I think I have partially talked about being tech savvy. It's very important. We have to be tech savvy at this age. And we have so many free tools that we can use for our learning and it will help us become always better. Remember, don't wait for the school to come and send you for training or come and push you that you have to develop yourself. No, if the school is not doing it, you should take responsibility for yourself. No school can pay your worth. No, you need to seek your own gratification in how much life you have influenced. There is no matter the amount of money a teacher is paid, it can't be up to what we are doing as a job. You understand? We are doing more. No matter how much you are paid, you are doing more. So that is why you need to seek gratification in your achievement. How much lives have you been able to impact? That is what will give you gratification and sense of accomplishment. So moving forward to parent is another individual that you are going to meet in the course of your profession. Communication between parents and teacher is very, very important and it is inevitable. There is no how that a teacher and a parent will not communicate. When you communicate with parents, make sure you conduct yourself well while talking to a parent. Stick to your school's policy and procedure. Don't talk too much. Don't say what you are not supposed to say. And if you are pushed to something that you are not sure of, it's better you refer the parents to the maybe the admin or the school head or somebody that will be able to answer the question. Don't say something and it will now be false or it will now stand against you. Be watchful of your words. Then keep your communication clear and do not attack a parent in your utterances, else they will get defensive. You can also put yourself in their shoes. If you are a parent, you should not make it look like you are attacking them when you are talking. When you want to mention their child's weakness, you need to first say what are those ways that you have been able to help the child, or what are the things that you have put in place to help the child to do better. You need to mention those things. Don't just say this Ade cannot write. He does not even do his work. He does not do this. Does not, no. If you put it like that, it will be like an attack to the parent, and the parent may want to defend that. Okay, what is now your job as a teacher? But when you want to say it, okay, like Ade does not like writing, you say Ade is having challenges with writing. And I have been able to give him more activities that will help him to develop his finger muscles, and we do a lot of practice in the class. You can also support us at home by always encouraging him to write. Just give him a book and maybe a big pencil. Let him sit down. Sometimes you just give him book to write at home. So that is a very good one that that the parents will appreciate, rather than you just saying he does not like to write, he will not write anything, or you understand, when you are just complaining and you are not giving any solution, you're not saying what you have done to help the child, it can get any parent angry. And even if you were in their shoes, you will get angry. So you need to be mindful of the way you present their children's challenges to them. Then do not teach a parent how to parent their children. Some teachers do that. Don't teach them how to parent. You can only advise them. And do not argue with parents. You don't argue with parents. It can get them angry that they will become confrontational and you will not like what will come out of it. So instead of you to arguing with them, it's better once you have made your point clear, direct them to maybe your superior or the adminers that will further speak with them. So you do not argue with parents. Another point is that talking to an angry parent, it is not acceptable for a parent to become to become to hurt the the teacher, as well as children should be safe in the hands of their teacher. The teacher should also be safe when with parents. A parent should not be so confrontational and now get physical with a teacher and now be slapping a teacher. It is very wrong and it is unacceptable. So you will not let things degenerate to this level. When you see that the parent is angry, the parent is insulting you, you need to teach the parent how to behave, how to talk. You need to tell the parent, sir, if you want us to continue with this discussion, then you will have to calm down and lower your voice and talk to me in a respectful way. If you will not be able to do that, then I'm sorry, we can't continue with this conversation. You let the parents know. And if the parent is still insisting on being violent or whatever, you have to walk away. Let any of your other colleagues come in, or maybe you make sure you call your admin or your supervisor, call them to come and address the issue. So those are the ways you can manage a difficult parent. There is no way a parent and teacher will not relate, because this child we are talking about, it is a child that both of you love and want to succeed. So moving to the school administrator and colleagues, you have to work with them. You have to be loyal to the school. Loyalty is very important. Remember, they are the one paying your salary. So if the school is growing and doing well, you are also doing well. But if the school is not growing and the school is being destroyed, then you will have your own share of it. So your loyalty is paramount. It's very important to the school. The school then confidentiality, that is that you should not divulge unnecessary information to outsiders, be it parents or any other person. It is only what you should tell parents that you should tell them. What you're not supposed to tell them, don't tell them. Don't talk too much. No matter your relationship with the parent, you need to be confidential in confidential matters. So another thing is dedication and commitment. We don't even need to tell a teacher that is a effective teacher, a good teacher, a good facilitator of knowledge. You don't need to tell him before he knows that he needs to be dedicated and commitment. It's just from within. It's something that is always from within. You understand? It flows naturally. So we have to be dedicated and committed to our job because it is a job of saving lives. Yes, it is a job of what our society is going to become. We have it in our hands. So professionalism, I have talked about that before. We need to be professional. The way we talk, the way we dress, the way we address people, the way we carry ourselves. So we need to be professional. Then you need to know that you are representing the school anywhere you go. You are a representative of the school. So you mind the way you behave even outside of the school. People will still say, oh, this person is a teacher at this and this school. And whatever it is you do, maybe positive or negative, they will name the school. They will link you to the school. So you anywhere you go, you are representing the school where you work. So you need to always be of good character, of good behavior at all times. So moving to the last part, which is talking about the child. That's the most important of all. The child. The child is the reason we are here. The child is the reason there is a school. The child is the reason you are being paid. If there is no child, then there is none of all these things. We will not even be here talking about this. So the interest of the child is very important at all times in whatever it is that you'll be doing. First consider the children you are teaching as much as possible. Children are clean slates that need to learn about the reality of things in their environment. We are the one that will teach them. We have so much very high expectation of children. They should be able to know what they are supposed to do at the right time. We are forgetting that they are children. And that is why they are children. They will be children. We should not treat them like adults. So we need to continue to teach them, to guide them until they are finally able to understand the reality of things in the environment with patience. We need to teach them limits, that there is limits to everything so that they are able to know their limits. If we don't teach them or we are not nice in teaching them, they wouldn't understand. So we need to teach them limits. Safety and security of every child is very important. Every child, no matter what. Some teachers will, because they have issues with the parent of a child in their class, they will maltreat the child. They will treat the child badly. And this is a sin not only to the child, not only to the parent of the child, but even to humanity. Because we said we are serving humanity through our job. So we shouldn't, because of something we have with parents, treat children badly. All children in our class should be safe and secure. We should take them as children that they are. So another thing is that use stories and act play. It works a lot for children. There is no level that you cannot use stories and acting play. In the early years, in the elementary, even in the secondary, they will you will get their attention when you start telling stories or you act play. So whatever is the concept that you want them to learn, you can weave it around stories and acting play. It works a lot. Then you need to teach them morals, and not only teach, you model it. Take it from me, children do not obey, but children can imitate very well. They will imitate you and you'll be surprised. So whatever it is you want them to do, you model it and you see them doing it. It is very important that whatever you don't want them to do, don't do it in their presence. So teach them morals and make sure you are modeling what you are teaching them. Another thing that you can do to really impact children is to let them teach. You will see that they will do it exactly like you. Once in a while, tell them that, oh, today this person, Ayo, is going to be our teacher for today, or Abdullah is going to be our teacher. Let the child go to the front of the class and talk and teach anything that he chooses. This will help them boost their self-confidence and esteem. And even in the process of them teaching, you'll be able to identify ways in which you can support their need. You'll be able to identify some other things that you can use to help them. I do that often. So letting them teach is a very good means of impacting. Then the last but not the least from what I'll be talking about, though there are many things we are supposed to discuss, but the time will not allow us. The last here is happiness of the child. Very important. Maria Montessori said in one of her quotes that one of the tests of the correctness of education procedure is the happiness of a child. Every child in your class should be happy before they learn. I've heard this saying that children learn when they believe their teacher likes them, or when they see that their teacher likes them, or they believe when they are happy in the classroom, when they are happy to go to school. So it is your responsibility to do everything possible to make children under your care like you and be happy with you, happy to stay with you. If they are not happy to stay with you, I'm sorry, you can't be able to impact them. So by all means, know how you can get to them so that you are connected, they are happy with you, and they'll be able to learn from you. So now let me say this straight. A teacher must have multiple streams of income because teaching, like I said, may not be able to satisfy your needs. In fact, salary, not only teaching. Salary job cannot make us like wealthy. No, salary cannot make someone wealthy. You need to find some other means like business so that it can support your salary. Salary can only keep you away from hunger, but business will give you wealth. So you need to look around you, try to solve people's problem through your business, and you watch yourself flourish. Then remember the last but not the least is that your effort counts, fine, but it is most important that you pray for the children under your care. These children, you take them like your own children and you pray for them and you marvel at their transformation. You need to pray for them because with God everything is possible. So with that, we have come to the end of the session. There are more to say, but we can't be able to go beyond this. Before I go, I would like to introduce the um, training that is coming up soon. Positive discipline in the classroom. I actually found out that discipline is one of the challenges that teachers, educators face in the classroom. Is one of the challenges that needs to be solved, that every teacher will want to solve. So this training is designed to help teachers navigate discipline challenges in the classroom, to help teachers understand children, their nature, and how to be able to support their needs, to help educators to understand the natural way to instill discipline. There are natural ways. It's not by shaming, it is not by beating, it's not by slapping, doing all sort of things, bad things to them, because all those things have a long life effect, negative effect. We may not see it now. You may beat a child to write and the child is writing by force by fire, but you wouldn't know that the child actually wrote, but the damage you have caused in the life of the child, you won't understand. So this course is designed for you to understand the natural way to help them learn discipline. Then also it will help you to achieve growing foundation towards their maximum potential. To register for this training, you can contact us on 0706529673. We are always ready and we are dedicated to training and enlightening parents and teachers on the best way to nurture children for them to achieve their maximum potential. Remember, every child is unique, every child can learn, every child will be successful if only we give them the support that they need. With support, they can do well. So with this, we have come to the end of today's session, and I hope that you have learned and you have renewed your essence of being a teacher, and you are now going to henceforth be an impactful teacher. Thank you very much for your time, and I I implore you to continue to be an impactful teacher. I will see you in the positive discipline classroom. Thank you very much.